Hi there. It's so good to see you. I hope that you're well and that you are blessed and healthy and all those other good things. So I saw a very old friend of mine the other day. I'm saying very old friend not because he is very old. It's just that I haven't seen him in so many years. You know what I'm talking about. And he was talking to me about some issues and challenges that he is facing at this very moment. And I felt so bad for him. I actually ended up just giving him a hug because sometimes we often forget this. Embracing is healing too, and we should embrace one another in kindness and in love. And I'm not discussing him here with you, but I know that many of you can actually relate. You are hiding behind a smile to convince other people that you are happy, that you are okay, but you are not. You are unhappy, you are anxious, you are depressed. And consequently, this type of depression often goes undetected because when most people imagine a depressed individual, and just bear with me, they think of someone who looks really sad or cries a lot. And while it's true that sadness and unexplained bouts of crying, those things are common characteristics of depression, not everyone looks sad when they are depressed. It's not uncommon for people to keep their depression private. I just once again realized that there are people who are going through such a lot of things right now, and there are unfortunately bad ones out there too. People who derive the greatest of pleasure by breaking others down, by being dismissive and cunning and deceitful and disrespecting towards their fellow human being. Now, a good human being, a fulfilled human being, doesn't need to break anyone down, doesn't. All they do is build you up, encouraging and helping you, and in order for you to heal, to blossom into the best version of yourself. And that is what I'm also trying to do here. So I just want you to hear me out for a couple of minutes. Anybody you meet, that disrespects you, bullies you, breaks you down, make you feel less than, anyone that makes you feel unworthy, they are dealing with something deep rooted. They are projecting that and whatever that is upon you, their insecurities, their issues. But as you know by now, I'm not talking to them right now. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. It's just you and me right now. Just me and you. And let me just tell you, I want to talk to you today. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect you, don't appreciate you, and definitely don't value you. They say that you don't demand respect, you earn it. And I agree with that. But if I give you the utmost respect, then I've earned yours. And if you are not going to give it to me, well, I'm not going to be confrontational with you. I'm going to silently vacate the premises. And I'm talking here in my mind, my heart of understanding. I might have or might not say anything, but one thing is for sure, I will distance myself from you. I will, to protect my peace. And that's why you should be true to you. I'm often surprised by people who hold on to their hurt, their pain. They are holding on to a toxic environment. They hold on to being ordinary. They are not willing nor have the courage to take that leap of faith. There is this beautiful quote. I think it's Edward Teller, if I remember it correctly. He says, "When you get to the end of the light that you know, and it's time to step into the darkness of the unknown, faith is knowing one of two things will happen. Either you will be given something solid to stand on, or you will be taught how to fly." But I also know that when you take that leap of faith, when you take it, taking control of your life, you become, suddenly the target. Because suddenly now that you want to put your needs first, they start targeting you. And I'm talking to you, accusing you, disrespecting you. You can't force someone to respect you, but you can refuse to be disrespected. You need to hold on to you. Hold on to your peace, your faith, and your convictions. Because it will guide you through the valleys of resentment, of loneliness, of rejection. I promise you, you will come out on the other side. You will come out stronger, wiser, more determined than ever. You are a survivor because the Savior of Saviors are with you. It's also important, and I must add, in order for you to heal and move on, that you forgive others. You see, forgiveness, and I've shared this many a times with you, it's not for the weak. It's an attribute of the strong. And living with unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. And it's not going to happen. And when you forgive someone, remember, it's not for them, it's for you, for your peace, for your life, for your joy. Forgiving someone, it is liberating. It is setting yourself free. Because if you don't, if you still hold on to the anger, the pain, the hurt, after you forgave the person, then it's clear you don't really understand what forgiveness really is. It's not easy, I know, but forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. There's this great quote from, I think it's Lawrence Stern, that says, respect for ourselves guides our morals, but respect for others, it guides our manners. And that is so powerful. Respect, in my humble opinion, is one of the greatest expressions of love. You get those people who will boldly encourage and prompt you for your opinion, but they will have a problem if, those narcissists, they will have a problem if you don't agree with them. But let me share this with you. And I always say but you understand what I'm saying. Somebody forwarded me a message the other day. It just came to mind as I'm talking to you now. It says, don't ever allow the family that you come from to ruin the family that you have created. Because if it ever gets to a point, or you are in a position, or put in a position where you have to choose, well, whoever put you in that position where you have to choose, and bear with me, let me tell you, they don't respect you. It doesn't matter if it's the family that you are in, or the one you have created, or the one that you come from. I want to add two things here. You should never allow someone to treat you poorly just because you love them. Never allow that. And I know you might still be disappointed because someone has disrespected you. And it hurts. It's often embarrassing due to the circumstances. I can just imagine. But let me tell you, if you've ever been disrespected by someone, they are not disrespecting you. A lot of what we experience as disrespect is really just projection. I mean, it's people who have been disrespected, they've been disappointed, they've been hurt, and you know what they do? And you are thinking, what's wrong with you? Why doesn't he or she respect you? Well, it's not you. It's not you that they don't respect. It's them that they don't respect. They don't respect themselves. Maybe the person is doing it because they have not healed from something, and whatever that something is, they have not healed from it. Now, I'm no psychologist, but life has taught me that sometimes when people are, how can I put this? When people are pushing you away, it's not even about you. Stop thinking that way. You have to be confident enough in yourself to know that. They're not responding to you. People have real hurts and issues that they are dealing with. Issues that we know, we know nothing of. I'm not justifying their actions, I'm not. But I'm also not talking to them, and you know that. I'm talking to you. And you know what else? Sometimes people can't get over things that happen in their past. And it prevents them from celebrating you. Call it jealousy or call it resentment, whatever. Just remember, what they say about you doesn't change who you are. Sometimes people study you so hard, searching for flaws, only to get inspired by you. You know what I'm talking about. And maybe you have those people in your life. I can almost see you thinking about someone specific right now. Someone in your life that I've just described. I'm saying this to you because I know sometimes you move on and you somehow look back thinking you could have or you should have said something, did something. You've wasted your time all those years in that relationship or whatever. What you need to do is something that that I advocate a lot on this channel is change your mindset. It's all up here. It was just before lockdown, I think it was late 2019. Yeah, yes, I hurt my Achilles tendon. Now, those of you in the know would know, anyway, specifically if you are a runner, that is devastating and extremely painful and uncomfortable, your Achilles, if you heard it. And luckily, in my case, I didn't need surgery, but I had to go through that painful, and you know where I'm going with this, physiotherapy process. And although to this day my Achilles are like, I'm always aware of it. I've started to run again, and I actually, just on that point, I think in the past 2 weeks I lost something like 4 or 5 kilograms. Yeah, I'm preparing for another race, so wish me luck. Anyway, so I went to the physio, and she asked me, Leonard, how are you doing? I think it was the second or the third session. And I said to her, I'm hurting, I'm hurting, and it was terrible. And I was complaining. And she said, Leonard, well, I know it hurts, but what's the goal? And I said, I want to heal. And she said, from now on, if anyone ever asks you how you are doing, you respond this way. You say, I am actively healing. You see, part of healing is pain, but I am actively healing. And that right there was a teaching moment even for me. So I'm telling you, watching and listening to me right now, don't you ponder in the past too much. Don't. Stop living with regret. Change your mindset. You didn't waste those years that you perhaps allowed others, for whatsoever reason, to disrespect you, to use you. You didn't waste it. Tell yourself, I just spent the last few years learning about myself and all the things I don't want to ever allow again. If you change the way you talk, change the way you think, that paradigm shift, that right there, that changes the whole narrative. You need to be cognizant of the fact that what I just shared with you is a promise in this video. It's a promise. It's beautiful words. It fits in perfectly. It's a promise. It's easy. But as soon as this video ends, as soon as you stop watching, well, that's the start of the process. That's the start of the process. That's where the rubber meets the road. Often when people encounter the process, they are so bewildered because the process entails a series of actions or steps that needs to be taken in order to achieve a particular end, a particular result, a particular goal. But it all happens up here in the mind, in the heart of understanding. And I firmly believe in your abilities. I firmly believe that you can make through it. You can do this. And I'm confident in your ability. And why, you might ask? Because firstly, I know that you clicked on this thumbnail, that you have acknowledged that you needed some help. You had some hope. So you've acknowledged that you have a problem, or let me rephrase, you have a challenge. You've analyzed it. You've described it to yourself. You've looked for the root causes of it. And now I've helped you with a possible solution. Because I know that it's not wise to echo the sentiments of the symptoms without giving you the prescription for the cure. And I sincerely hope, firstly, I'm not implying that what I've shared with you is the cure, but I'm sure that it will help you. It will help you to overcome whatever you are going through right now. Whatever you're going through right now, I'm rooting for you. I believe in you, but you know that by now. Thank you so much, everybody, for once again joining me on today's episode. Now, if this episode was of value to you, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. As you know by now, I really like to interact with all of you, and I try my utmost best to respond to all the comments. And just before I go, 2 things you know by now. Firstly, subscribing, it is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a cent. And secondly, it is really easy. You can just click that subscriber button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and please remember to hit the all notifications, and that way you will be notified and you won't miss out whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much, everybody. I see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.